Hey, I don't know what the... Oh, look. I found this on my table. I just realized, I accidentally reviewed these two episodes, this and its sister episode, out of order for the first time. Because, yeah, I didn't watch this live, so I didn't know how to premiere it on TV. I thought Crimes of Fashion was first. But given the fact, now I know Nickelodeon doesn't premiere these episodes in production order a lot, but given the fact that these two episodes both premiered in the same night, and the fact that the wiki states that Scales of Justice the production code is 314A, then that means Scales of Justice was first, and I am reviewing episodes out of order for the first time. Now, I know it's not really a big deal. I know y'all like Alex. So what? But that's just a, I don't know. It's just a major screw up on my part, and I broke a seemingly endless streak because of that. But they're sister episodes. They premiered at the same time, so I guess that doesn't really matter. I still feel like an idiot for not paying attention to that, because the way I watched it, Crimes of Justice premiered first. Like, the link I watched it secondhand, yeah, and it's the only way I could watch it. When I watched it on that link, Crimes of Justice was first. But like I said, none of this matters. Let's get to the meat of the episode. And let's talk about why I love it so much. This is a very fun episode. It's one of the few in which Lana Loud is the main protagonist. And this episode is very similar to her, to another episode that stars her, and that being Froggle Wild, where she's trying to save a particular type of animal from some sort of endangerment. However, this plot is a little bit different, because the reason why Lana is trying to save an animal is different, along with the species of animal that she's saving. So, and that's what makes this plot similar to that's what makes this episode's plot fall into a common tropes of seen in a lot of TV shows, actually. And let me explain. Now, see, the reason why Lana's trying to save the fish from the pond is that because these people are trying to, how do I word this? They're trying to basically bulldoze the damn pond and replace it with some sort of building or a parking lot or whatever have you. Now, that sort of trope happens a lot in TV shows, actually. Damn it, my neck is still killing me. But yeah, you see, yeah, that trope being that where something, whether it be animals or a location, is in danger because of the fact that it's being threatened to be demolished and replaced with something else brand new entirely, and then the protagonists of the episode try to save whatever the place or a person or object is in question from being endangered, demolished, or replaced. So yeah, see that trope a lot in TV, and I'm kind of glad that this show took on that trope as well, actually. And it wound up being a good episode. Even the result is similar, because yeah, these episode reviews are spoilers, but even the reasoning as to why Lana does wind up saving a fish is similar to other episodes that have fallen under this sort of trope. And that is because the fish that Lana was trying to save were actually endangered. And this is that particular aspect of the plot is similar to the Two Broke Girls episode, where Max and Caroline's cupcake window are endangerment of being torn down, and along with every building on that block, it being in the threat, with that being in threat of being just all that being torn apart, everything on the block being replaced by an IMAX theater. But then Max and Caroline come to find out that the building and that their my damn phone. Come to find out that the cupcake shop window that Max and Caroline have owned that's actually an historic landmark building. So that is how they were able to prevent their cupcake shop / cupcake window from being torn down. Because of that fact, which is extremely similar to what happened in this last episode. Like I said, being the fact that the fish Lana were trying to save were in endangered species of fish. So yeah, that is this episode was great for a lot of reasons, but for the way this episode handled this plot alone, it did a pretty superb job at that. Actually, this episode did a pretty superb job of dealing with that trope, and I loved seeing the Loud House's interpretation of that. Now I'm not sure. God, my hair looks just outrageous. I thought I was going to get a haircut soon, but I guess I'm not. But anyway, now I'm not sure if every single TV show that does this trope has that same exact type of resolution at the end, where the thing being endangered winds up being illegal to shut down and or terminate, or flat out just get rid of. Because the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody episode that had this sort of trope, I honestly, it's been such a long time, which is why since I've seen that episode, which is why I don't know exactly why the park why the actual park in that episode got saved. I actually don't exactly remember why. Maybe they fought hard enough to be able to save it. I think that's what happened. I don't think that had anything to do with the park being historic, or the inhabitants or animals living in the park are endangered. I don't think that's the reason why it got saved. I don't remember. But like I said, this episode did a pretty fantastic job at handling that concept. And now let's talk about the other things I like about this episode. It's Alana themed episode, and she's the main protagonist. This is like really only the third episode where she's the main protagonist. You could sort of say snowboard. You could sort of say Snow Way Out was the first, but one of them where she had a major role in was in what was it called, Frog Wild, and even Toads and Tiaras. So yeah, that's a little bit debatable. You can formulate your own conclusions on how many episodes Lana herself has had and where she's like the main protagonist or whatever. But she doesn't really have many. This is what I'm getting at. And I'm glad she, being one of my favorite characters in the show, is getting more episodes themed after her. And that itself is, why is my comb on camera? The hell? I swear to God that was not playing. But yeah, I'm just playing with my comb on camera. What the hell? But yeah, this I don't think Lincoln Lincoln does have a role in this episode. He does show up in the episode. He has a little cameo, but he doesn't have any speaking lines. That sort of thing did not debut until season 3. But where Lincoln would either would make only a cameo appearance and not talk, or be completely absent from an episode altogether. So yeah, season 3 is the first to do that, as I mentioned before. And there are references to things like left and right, literally left and right in one scene. First, there's yet another reference to Peanuts, but at one point, while Lana's listening to Lynn Senior Rita talk, at some point it gets to the point where Lana doesn't wind up paying attention, and the best thing happens. Lynn and Rita, their voices turn into freaking trumpets. That was freaking awesome. If you don't know where I'm getting at with that, then you need to I don't know, not live under a rock that much. But I'm kidding. But yeah, that is of course a reference to the fact that adults in the Peanuts series only talked via a trumpet noise. And later on in the episode, Lisa's voice winds up getting trumpetized, if I may. And it actually is revealed that Luna is playing the trumpet, which is emulating that noise. So that's not just a metaphor. That's something that's literally happening in the episode, which is actually a reference to the Simpsons episode. It's one of the Treehouse of Horrors. Treehouse of Horror, I think 14. No, Treehouse of Horror 19. So yeah, in which the third segment parodies Peanuts, and Marge is playing the trombone to produce the same sound effect. So yeah, I remember that right there, that literal interpretation of it reminded me of The Simpsons. I just couldn't remember if it was from the movie or if it was from some other episode. She might have done it in the movie. I don't know. I don't think she did, but. And then right afterwards, one of the characters holds up a mask which looks just like Darth Vader's mask. And then right after that, in Lisa's room, not only do we see the return of the purple tentacles scene in one of the episodes from season 1, but Lisa attaches said tentacle to an Astro Boy lookalike. So yeah, that is pretty darn sweet. And there's a apparently I didn't catch this reference along with all the others I just mentioned, but there's also a reference to the Nirvana band where one of the TV cameramen who is shown wearing a yellow smiley face shirt, which is apparently similar to the logo of the band. Yeah, reading that description out loud, yeah, that's definitely Nirvana. And those are really the only ones I really want to talk about. I'm going to close this off by saying what's really is left is running gags. And the running gags were just awesome. I loved Lenny and what was her name? Becky. I loved their crazy, over-the-top reactions to the mud monster Lana would and her animal friends would cosplay as to try to deter a bunch of people away for one reason or another. Like I love the mud monster suit, by the way, too. So yeah, that's awesome. That costume alone is pretty cool. We hope to see something like that again. And we finally got to find out the name of the reporter, and her name is Catherine Mulligan. So yeah, she says her name like, I don't know, 20 times in the episode. She says it over and over and over, and yeah, Mr. Grouse says some really funny things in the episode. He does some really funny things. And what time is it? Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the episode. I loved it a lot. I want to say it's a perfect episode. I honestly, I guess I'll give it a perfect rating. But yeah, if you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to stay tuned for more Lighthouse episodes. We're getting another brand new week of episodes coming out on July 30th, so look forward to that. And if you haven't already, be sure to check me out on the Loud TV YouTube channel, where I, along with several people from, God damn it with her, check me out on that channel where I, along with a bunch of other people from the Loud House community, review every single episode in the entire series. We are all done with season 1. We've recorded everything for season 1, and all the season 1 reviews have been produced at this point. We just did episode calls for season 2, and the season 2 reviews should be up and running right now, actually. So that should be in the card or in the link in the description below. Or I might just link the YouTube channel or the playlist. I'll see what I do with the cards. But yeah. I'm actually not re-reviewing any episodes because I didn't start reviewing Lighthouse episodes until the last third of season 2. That being what was it called? Future tense. So yeah, I'm like with season 1. I'm reviewing episodes that I haven't reviewed before, like at all, in season 2. And being a part of that project was the first time I ever got to review episodes for season 1. So that was pretty great. Just in general, like on the channel or otherwise. Damn, my throat's fucking killing me. Alright, I think that's it for this review. Let me know what you thought of the episode in the comment section below. Alright, once again, I'm Alex Former, aka AP3Jump. Thank you so much for watching until the end. That is it for me, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.